Hello guys, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome back. So I hope I'm clearly audible and visible to all of you. So quickly join in so that we can start our today's discussion. All right. So today's discussion is all about your आपका HRM module E, right? So we have done with all the previous four modules, module A, B, C, and module D. The final module is module E, where we have these many units. So which include areas like, so basically it is emerging scenario in HRM. Module D and module E are very important one. So I'll suggest everyone please do take care about this particular portion. स्पेशली मॉड्यूल डी के जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट आपका डिफरेंट एम्प्लॉयमेंट रिलेटेड एक्ट्स दे आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट छोटे छोटे केस स्टडीज या अजम्पशन बेस्ड क्वेश्चन यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट बेस्ड ऑन दोज पर्टिकुलर एरियाज राइट सो व्हेन इट कम्स टू मॉड्यूल ई इट इंक्लूड एरियाज लाइक contemporary practices in employee engagement. Then we have organizational culture, creativity, corporate sustainability and green HRM, social environment approach to people management. Then we have AI based HR solution, AI आपका HR analytics, VUCA in Vani again. Then we have business ethics आपका very important unit. So based on the case studies also you can expect based on this particular unit as well, right? So shall we start, guys? The first one is contemporary practices in employee engagement. So which include आपका employee engagement. Employee engagement is like basically how people are behaving within the organization, right? And a positive synergy and coordination among the team members so that we can we can build the areas like overall team efforts and others. They generally comes under this particular one, right? So let's quickly go through the concept part first, then we will be practicing questions. And mock tests are already live for all modules. I hope you guys are practicing these particular one, and PDF is already there. I know like many people they only prepare through the PDF thing, so that's why I have updated or uploaded PDF in the advanced itself, right? So today we will be doing aapka. First we will be discussing the areas, the core concept areas and all. Then we will be discussing aapka the other aspect or like the unit wise questions and all that we will be discussing in this. Okay. So as workplace approach, where organization create conditions for employees to give their best daily, exceeding exceeding capability and potentials. An engaged employee is fully involved in your aesthetics and sincerely expressing the dedication, love for work, care for company's future, and loyalty to job and the company itself. Engagement is a crucial but complex with no universally acceptable definition. Employee engagement is the extent to which employees are motivated to contribute to the organizational success, applying discretionary efforts, extra time, आपका brain power to key task in others, right? So basically this is about ki how people are involving in the day-to-day business, their contribution toward the organization, how they are coming up with new ideas. तो मतलब हर एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की कुछ एक्सपेक्टेशंस होती हैं, बट टू मेंटेन दैट मोमेंटम, जैसे जो एक न्यूली ज्वाइन आपका न्यूली हायर पर्सन होता है वहाँ, और एक a person who is working from last 2 years or 3 years and all, sometimes people start feeling bored with the activities and all. So or even with they become very familiar with the organization. तो कहीं ना कहीं उनका जो मोटिवेशन या मोरल लेवल है तो वो धीरे धीरे आपका लो होने लग जाता है, एंड दैट डायरेक्टली इफेक्ट देयर engagement within the team and all. ठीक है, so engagement lead to cumulative and collective performance directed toward the organizational success with three key component, which is physical, cognitive and emotional. ठीक है, physical is like the environment itself, cognitive the analytical skills, and emotional environment as well, right? So emotional engagement when it comes to these are the three major areas. Then behavioral engagement and आपका cognitive engagement, they generally build the your organizational or the employee engagement. And an emergent and working a condition as a positive cognitive, emotional, and behavioral state directed toward the organizational outcome. So which is generally kind of these kind of definition, right? So engagement is something ki people are positively contributing to the organization and they believe in the system and all, that generally comes under this. So broad innovative strategies to engage generation Y employees and others, so which include areas like your core areas like, just a minute, huh? Okay, so it include areas like to better engage in generation Y millennial, a workforce in bank and enhance business delivery. The following broad innovative strategies are recommended. जैसे promote continuous आपका consumerization of information technology, basically the involvement of IT in workplaces, treating employee as a resident consumers due to their tech familiarity, integrate social networking into the corporate philosophy with transparent, employee friendly, and social media communication policy, eliminate manual or paper based processes for communication and emailing, legally recognize mobile SMS and social networking for the business transaction as well, offer greater workplace freedom, flexible working hours, and increase visualization of the organization, move away from the traditional hierarchical structure in response to 24/7 connectivity, social networking, and demand for personal freedom, develop robust, creative, employee-driven work-life balance program. First, this is the point, like everybody, like हर कोई चाहता है ना कि there must be a work-life balance in the organization, but it is rarely available in some organization or few organization. Foster an atmosphere where business and personal matter collaborate, or kind of a individual interest toward the business interest, or like both are fulfilling with the organizational goal or the activities. Enhance enabling employee to self-organize into agile communities of interest and virtual project groups, eliminate generational prejudice, positioning younger employees as a knowledge hub and integral team members as well, ensure pleasant onboarding experiences, provide career development opportunities, create a positive atmosphere to unleash potential and growth, implement suitable performance and reward system, build an open organizational culture itself. So basically this is the requirements, like after many research and all, what we found ki generation Y, they generally want these kind of activities in the organization and they feel motivated, or this help us or help them to get motivated or आपका stay motivated, and that help the overall engagement in the organization as well as in businesses itself, right? तो अगर हम लोग आते हैं, सो मॉड्यूल ई का द बेसिक समरी, दिस वो यूनिट वाज काइंड ऑफ एन इंट्रोडक्शन, बहुत बेसिक है, ठीक है, लाइक यू डू नॉट हैव टू पुट एनी एडिशनल एफर्ट, बट हाँ यू हैव टू प्रैक्टिस अ लॉट, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, सो दिस विल हेल्प यू. सो एम्प्लॉय एंगेजमेंट, अ वर्क प्लेस अप्रोच टू क्रिएट condition where employee give their best daily, exceeding their capabilities, represent the context of which employee are motivated to contribute to organizational success by applying discretionary efforts itself, right? When it comes to the areas, characteristics of employee engagement, physical, mental, and psychological state, directly linked to labor efficiency and effectiveness. Then we have varies among employees even in similar role, like everyone can get motivated with a different set of areas. Then drivers of employee engagement, people, your policy should be people centric, आपका culture, inspiring leadership, work life balance initiative, emotional commitment, pride and enjoyment, strong communication and feedback, opportunities for growth and recognition. Generation Y, they generally get आपका फ्रीडम ड्रिवन, टेक्नोलॉजी से बाय, टेक से बाय बेसिकली, ठीक है, गोल ओरिएंटेड, रिकग्निशन सीकिंग, टीम ओरिएंटेड, strategies leveraging technology and social networking, promote flexible hours and foster the inclusivity. Next one, work from home culture also. So benefit is basically offer flexibility, productivity, work life balance, reduce absenteeism and financial saving also, आने आने का खर्चा बच रहा है. Benefits when it comes to the आपका demerits of work from home activities or culture, risk of isolation, people are working individually. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि नाउ जब आप उनको टीम के साथ बनाते हैं, बैठाते हैं, तो दे फील आपका बिट ऑड. देन हेल्थ इश्यूज, engagement strategies strengthen communication, set meaningful goal and promote health and wellness. Hybrid model combine office and remote work options, offering flexibility with the organizational need as well. So these are some areas which is generally part of like kind of the entire summary, ठीक है, for the entire subject itself, ठीक है. So that we have done with this one. Okay, let's practice. ये एक ऐसा यूनिट है जहाँ पे ऑलमोस्ट वी विल बी एबल टू, मतलब दे विल गिव यू सम सॉर्ट ऑफ आपका स्मॉल केसेस, देन दे कैन आस्क यू टू फाइंड आउट द चैलेंजेस और द कोर एरियाज. जिस तरीके से अभी ये पेपर बना रहे हैं, मोस्टली इट विल बी स्टेटमेंट ओरिएंटेड और द स्मॉल एप्लीकेशन बेस्ड एंड ऑल, ठीक है. तो अगर आपने एक बार कंटेंट को गो थ्रू किया है, कॉन्सेप्ट पार्ट और कॉन्सेप्ट एरियाज, बिलीव मी यू विल बी एबल टू हैंडल एनी टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन. तो एक बार कोशिश करते हैं. Which of the following statement accurately reflect the nature and scope of employee engagement? So nature and scope of employee engagement. Employee engagement is purely emotional response to workplace relationship and leadership style. It is आपका emotional engagement which include क्या है, engagement is purely emotional response to workplace relationship and leadership आपका, ठीक है. So we have emotional, behavioral and cognitive. There was 3 pointers आपका. It is not only about the emotions, it is आपका behavior and cognitive aspect also. Emotion is part of this one, but we cannot say कि it is only about the emotions and all. It encompass cognitive, emotional and behavioral dimensions contributing to organizational outcome. 100% true. Employee engagement is defined uniformly across all organization. No, we have to follow the contingency approach. There is no one size fit to all. Accordingly, मतलब एक स्टाइल हर जगह काम नहीं करेगा, because we have like every individual having different need or different personality and all. तो उसके हिसाब से you have to design policies and all. Highly engaged employees often demonstrate discretionary efforts beyond the job requirements. Yes, बिल्कुल. Engagement can be both quantitatively and qualitatively assessed in term of performance and behavior. बिल्कुल सही. तो 245 means option C will be right answer for this particular one. Engagement involve all the dimension आपका, ठीक है. The fourth, no single universal definition for engagement exists. It depend on the different context also. Feature or efforts are associated with high level of employee engagement. So if you want to achieve high level, or if we are talking about the high level of employee engagement, so what does it include? क्या क्या areas या कौन से ऐसे aspect हैं जिसके basis पे we are making a judgment कि किन areas में आपका ये काम करेगा. All employee in same role and environment will exhibit similar level of engagement. No, ठीक है. Everyone is having a different requirements or different emotional and cognitive values and all, so that differ from one person to another. तो wrong है. Engagement level directly influence productivity and operational competitiveness. If there is high engagement, it will lead to high productivity or organizational competitiveness. If we have low engagement, so it will lead to the lower side आपका. The next one is your engaged employee often act एज अ ब्रांड एम्बेसडर बाय प्रमोटिंग देयर वर्क प्लेसेस. बिल्कुल सही. तो जो अगर आप ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ इफ़ यू हैप्पी विद द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और द वैल्यूज एंड ऑल, यू विल बी आपका हम होता है ना, प्रचार करते हैं खुद के, हाँ कि आर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज द बेस्ट काइंड ऑफ, राइट. Engagement depend largely on salary and tangible benefit. No, it is, we have three aspects we have discussed around these. Organization with engaged employees experience lower turnover and higher retention. Organization with engaged employees experiences a lower organization with engaged employees experience lower turnover एंड हायर रिटेंशन 100% ट्रू, राइट. तो अगर आप ऐसे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ जहाँ पे पीपल आर हैविंग लाइक बेसिकली ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ट्रीटिंग पीपल एज अ फैमिली मेम्बर ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, सो कहीं ना कहीं लोग वहाँ पे ज़्यादा समय तक काम करना पसंद करते हैं. टर्नओवर रेट ऑटोमेटिकली कम हो जाएगा. टर्नओवर इज समथिंग किसके संबंध में हम इसको रिलेट करते हैं, दैट इज अबाउट दी how frequently people are joining organization and leaving the organization. So 235 means option A only will be right answer for this particular one. Engagement varies individually even in identical role. Then engagement is influenced more by purpose recognition and आपका alignment, not just by the pay itself, right. Next one guys, next one आंसर भी कीजिए, थोड़ा बहुत कोशिश कीजिए, मतलब बहुत बेसिक हैं ये तो, सभी आप लोग अब इतना प्रो हो चुके हैं. सो विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट करेक्टली आइडेंटिफाई द की ड्राइवर ऑफ एम्प्लॉय इंगेजमेंट. की ड्राइवर ऑफ एम्प्लॉय इंगेजमेंट. So a hierarchical instruction based communication model enhance employee trust and engagement. Hierarchical instruction based means we are having some sort of autocracy in the system where managers, they are giving order to subordinates, so they are in authority and this is aapka in a position of responsibility. They are getting order and they have to like let's say manager directed something, you have to do this in this way. They do not have freedom, or that is called employee autonomy. So this is 100% wrong. Recognition and timely feedback mechanism can improve employee emotional commitment. बिल्कुल कर सकता है. चैलेंजिंग एंड मीनिंगफुल वर्क कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट टू एम्प्लॉय ड्राइविंग प्राइड एंड इंस्पिरेशन. ठीक है, तो जब हम चैलेंजिंग टास्क को आपका कंप्लीट करते हैं सो वी फील मोर मोटिवेटेड, राइट. तो बिल्कुल सही है आपका. चैलेंजिंग जॉब पे लोग आपका चैलेंजिंग, इफ वी आर प्रोवाइडिंग चैलेंजिंग जॉब, सो दैट इज समथिंग कि इफ यू आर कंप्लीटिंग दैट पर्टिकुलर जॉब, पीपल फील आपका मोटिवेटेड. एम्प्लॉय इंगेजमेंट कैन बी इम्प्रूव्ड बाय ऑफरिंग इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटीज फॉर learning and career development. Yes. Clear organizational value and organization strong social responsibility initiative contribute to building a people centric structure. So 2 3 4 5 2 3 4 5 means option A again will be right answer for this particular one. आसान था ये क्वेश्चन अगेन, ठीक है. सो rigid hierarchies hinder the openness. तो rigid is like basically जहाँ पे एक लाइक एम्प्लॉयज़ हैविंग वेरी लीस्ट ऑटोनॉमी, राइट. अब आप ऐसे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ ज़्यादा समय काम नहीं कर सकते जहाँ पे आपको जो बोला जा रहा है सिर्फ वही करना है, आपको खुद का दिमाग नहीं लगाना है, राइट. नेक्स्ट वन, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग आर द वैलिड एडवांटेजेस ऑफ वर्क फ्रॉम होम मॉडल. सो एडवांटेजेस ऑफ वर्क फ्रॉम होम मॉडल. सो एम्प्लॉय इंजॉय इंक्रीज ऑटोनॉमी, बिल्कुल करते हैं. कंट्रीब्यूटिंग टू इनहेंस मोटिवेशन एंड मोरल. ठीक है, सो बिल्कुल है ना कि यू डू नॉट हैव टू गो एनीवेयर, आपको काम दिया गया एंड यू हैव टू परफॉर्म दैट पर्टिकुलर जॉब, दैट्स इट, राइट. सो आपको जो ऑफिस पॉलिटिक्स या अदर्स उनका पार्ट नहीं होते हैं यूजुअली, एंड दिस इज समथिंग कि लाइक यू आर मैनेजिंग योर डे बाय योर ओन, राइट. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कैन इम्प्रूव बिजनेस कंटिन्यूटी एंड IT रिकवरी बाय डिसेंट्रलाइजिंग वर्क प्लेस बाय वर्क फ्रॉम होम. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, देखो ये दिस इज द चैलेंज एक्चुअली आपका, नॉट द इम्प्रूवमेंट्स. इट शुड बी रॉन्ग. अगर ऑफिस में है तो एवरीथिंग इज कैन बी अलाइन विद द IT एंड अदर्स, बट घर पे है तो मे बी किसी के घर में इंटरनेट का डिसरप्शन होता है, सो दैट इज अ काइंड ऑफ अ चैलेंज, सो इट शुड बी रॉन्ग. द फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी ऑफ वर्क फ्रॉम होम हेल्प retain talent. by allowing better integration आपका work life balance and others. Work from home enable access to geographically unstructured talent pool. Yes, all over world से आपके employee हो सकते हैं. With fewer physical office interaction, there is a reduction in absenteeism caused by the communicable diseases. Correct है ये भी, ठीक है. So 1 3 4 5 means option A should be right answer for this one. Correct. तो वर्क फ्रॉम होम में एक्चुअली हिंडर बिजनेस कंटिन्यूटी फॉर द क्रिटिकल रोल आपका बेसिकली टेक्नोलॉजी या अदर्स ड्रिवन जो एरियाज हैं दैट कैन बी योर चैलेंजिंग वन, राइट. चलो नेक्स्ट यूनिट वी हैव ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल कल्चर एंड क्रिएटिविटी. नाउ डेज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और एवरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन दे प्रमोट आपका अ पॉजिटिव कल्चर एंड क्रिएटिविटी दैट क्रिएट अ आपका काइंड ऑफ अ ब्रांड वैल्यू फॉर दी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. ठीक है, तो अगर आप किसी ऐसे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में काम कर रहे हैं जो प्रमोट करता है ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल कल्चर को या क्रिएटिविटी को, तो वी फील आपका हाँ कि दिस इज समथिंग की जहाँ पे वी हैव फेयरनेस, ओपननेस एंड ऑल, एंड वी ऑलवेज लाइक टू बी पार्ट ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. तो ज़्यादा अगेन वेरी सिंपल वन, थियोटिकल बेसिक एस्पेक्ट आपका एंड मैनेजेबल, राइट. सो इंडिविजुअल कल्चर एंड ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल कल्चर. So individual, like let's say if a person belongs to a diverse culture and organization is having a diverse one, right? So we have to make an alignment आपका, we have to incline individual interest toward the organizational culture and we have to respect the individual one also. So individual creativity, organizational, how it is contributing, creativity versus innovation, creativity vice versa in the organization, creative leader, manager, ethical organization and others, right? So this we will be discussing with the short notes only. complete theoretical है क्योंकि ज़्यादा challenges नहीं आएंगे, believe me. चलो, तो when it comes to organizational culture, hope this is visible to everyone. So when it comes to the organizational culture definition, an organization is a social system comprising people working together to pursue defined objective. ठीक है, तो it is something कि how organization behave with others आपका, और to the collective belief, behavior, value and norms shared by members of organization shaping its internal and external identity. How that organization is treating their people और आपका the other stakeholders. Organize importance of organization culture. Culture influence employee satisfaction, relationship and productivity while determining the organization's success in achieving the goal itself. So key characteristics, every organization, every culture is unique. Culture help identify potential employees. Culture are dynamic and adaptable. Some internal culture shape external identity also. These are the areas. Organizational creativity, the process of creating valuable, innovative ideas, product and service through the collaboration at individual, group and organizational level itself. Key role of creativity. Creativity is critical for success and should be nurtured continuously. Specific attitude and behavior trigger creative performance. So if we have positive attitude and behaviors of the employees, or along with the positive innovative culture of organization itself, so where organization and managers, they are promoting a open open system, they are helping or they are promoting people to come up with new ideas and all, so that is something going to help in this case. Role in HR behavioral organizational behavior, role of HR in organizational behavior. So employee, basically they are kind of a guiding one, right? So they are providing the do's, don'ts and they are monitoring those particular one and others. So employee are seen as human capital with their skill, knowledge, creativity, driving the organization objectives and growth itself. Factor influencing leadership style, like if we'll be having kind of आपका पार्टिसिपेटिव लीडरशिप, ठीक है, अगर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में पार्टिसिपेटिव लीडरशिप होगा, That means there is an inclusion of leaders in decision making. So obviously it will promote employee autonomy. If we'll be having a आपका autocratic approach, तो it is kind of a system where manager in a position of kind of I'm the boss and all, तो वो थोड़ा सा problem create करेगा. Communication norms, आपका the overall policies, tools and others, and how open communication, how we are as an organization we are promoting the open communication or effective communication, because communication is kind of a backbone of all for all these particular one, right? So people or subordinate, they are able to kind of present their ideas or raise their concern and all. अगर उनको कोई सुनने वाला है obviously they'll feel motivated, engaged. Power distribution, आपका delegation of authorities and all. Employee engagement and motivation level, right? Then we have Edgar's Sachin's definition. Organizational culture is a pattern of basic assumption learned and adopted by member of the group as effective way to solve internal and external problems. Employee experiences, आपका external organizational culture reflect how employee perceive the organization, its values and the leadership itself. Indicators of healthy culture: employee feel inspired, motivated, engaged. Leaders value creativity and adaptability. Basically, leaders are transformational, not transactional. Norms and value align with organizational goal itself, right? So this is the one. तो ये कुछ आपका summary portion. Now the another aspect of this particular unit. So the next one is innovation, risk orientation, encouraging employees to take a risk and innovate in their work, or even like it is something कि जहाँ पे we are working on the current positions and all, ठीक है? तो कैसे उनको और ज़्यादा इम्प्रोवाइज किया जाए. नॉलेज बेस हो सकता है या लीन बेस हो सकता है, ठीक है? लीन बेस इज बेसिकली आपका कॉस्ट रिडक्शन, वेस्ट कंट्रोल, डिफेक्ट कंट्रोल एंड ऑल. नॉलेज बेस कंटिन्यूस इंप्रूवमेंट, काइजन इट इज कॉल्ड, ठीक है? तो कैसे हम अपने जो एग्जिस्टिंग डिलीवरी सिस्टम है या जो प्रोडक्ट्स हैं उनमें और ज़्यादा इंप्रूवमेंट्स लेके आ सकते हैं, ठीक है? लेट्स से इफ वी आर, इट इज़ एज सिंपल एज दैट. लेट्स से वी आर डूइंग और डिलीवरिंग अ सर्विस इन 3 steps. लेट्स से दिस स्टेप 2 इज़ अननेसेसरी, तो deleting this particular one, now delivering through this, तो faster delivery होगी, customer satisfaction will increase to delight. So this is kind of an innovation in the banking system. Attention to detail, आपका precision orientation, ठीक है? So expect employee to perform their work with precision and accuracy. Emphasis on the outcome, focusing on achieving result rather than process used to achieve them. Like कितने जल्दी, ठीक है? हमारा मोटिव था टास्क को अचीव करना. यू आर टेकिंग 5 steps और 2 steps, ठीक है? सो इफ वी कैन डू इट इन 2 steps, देन देर इज नो पॉइंट ऑफ हैविंग 5 steps इन ऑल, राइट? सो दैट इज द काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स. Innovations, prioritize how organizational decision affect employees. Value respect and dignity itself. Value organization work around team and better collaboration. Then individual autonomy, which increase आपका come up with new आपका ideas or seeking responsibility and all. Consider the impact of decision on internal stakeholders. Promote assertive and competitiveness to outperform rivals. And stability, so value predictably and adherence to rules suited for the stable environment. So these are the requirements basically when it comes to the overall culture developments as well as your आपका idea generation and all, that generally comes under this particular leadership style. आपका leadership style की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो leadership style, it can be it like it is a core of the or we can say leadership style and organizational behavior are interlinked. Your organizational behavior will decide the leadership style or your leadership style will nurture the organizational behavior. तो अगर हम if your leaders are autocratic, that means employee autonomy is least. आज के डेट में कोई भी ऐसे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ काम नहीं करना चाहता. बट इफ़ योर leadership style is आपका kind of participative or democratic, so where they are supporting the subordinates, they are promoting them to come up with new ideas, or they are focusing on team collaboration rather than instead of your आपका divide and rule, so that increase the overall areas and all. So कौन सा स्टाइल हमारा लीडरशिप का यहाँ पे सूटेबल होगा, दैट ऑल्सो मैटर अ लॉट. ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल कल्चर फॉस्टर क्रिएटिविटी, दिस वी हैव डिस्कस. सोर्सेज एंड आपका स्किल्स, क्रिएटिव ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फोकस ऑन अट्रैक्टिंग रिटेनिंग क्रिएटिव टैलेंट्स थ्रू HR पॉलिसीज, रिसोर्सेज एंड टाइम. दे असाइन चैलेंजिंग टास्क टू पुश क्रिएटिविटी. स्ट्रक्चर एंड सिस्टम, एडेप्टिव ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल स्ट्रक्चर्स लाइक मैट्रिक्स, जैसे हमने कल भी डिस्कस किया था मैट्रिक, और डे बिफोर यस्टरडे आई गेस, कि जहाँ पे वी आर हैविंग अ मल्टीपल इंगेजमेंट, so they are developing their multiple skills, they are not feeling bored with the one set of activities and all, so and they are innovating in multiple ways and all, right? So that generally comes under this particular one, correct? Yeah, chalo, now we will be discussing a set of questions. Okay, first question, guys. So, which of the following statement correctly describe the key aspect of culture and organizational culture? The culture versus organization culture. Culture consists of shared cognitive pattern and social behavior developed through the individual experimentation alone. नहीं, देखो कल्चर इज समथिंग, जैसे अगर हम एक इंडिविजुअल कल्चर की बात करते हैं, ठीक है, सो दिस कल्चर इज काइंड ऑफ द द फैमिली और द आपका सोशल, देर आर सो मैनी थिंग्स विच जनरली वर्क एज अ इंग्रेडिएंट्स टू दिस पर्टिकुलर कल्चर, ठीक है. तो जब हम बचपन में होते तो फैमिली, देन वी मेक स्टार्ट मेकिंग फ्रेंड्स, सोशल हो जाता है, ठीक है. देन आपका हमें कुछ रियलिटीज़ होती हैं अडल्टहुड के साथ साथ, ठीक है. तो ये सारी चीज़ें दे आर डेवलपिंग दैट वन, ठीक है. इट इज़ नॉट ओनली एक्सपेरिमेंटल एक्सपेरिमेंटेशंस, इट कैन बी some other factors also, past experiences and others. So organizational culture define how employee experience the workplace and the value shape their action, बिल्कुल सही. So how organization is treating their employees, so that is organizational culture, ठीक है. तो किस तरीके से वो उनको अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ दे रहा है, किस तरीके से उनको ट्रीट कर रहा है, दैट मैटर अ लॉट. Culture is a fixed attribute within organization and does not evolve with external factors. It evolve with external factor. Internal and external both are the determinant of the culture itself. Organizational culture encompass both the visible practices and underlying belief and assumptions of its members, 100% true. Culture act as a group identity एंड हेल्प डिस्टिंग्विश वन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फ्रॉम अनदर, बिल्कुल सही, ठीक है. तो जैसे हम लोग करते हैं ना कि लाइक इंडिया इज हैविंग अ डिफरेंट कल्चर, US इज हैविंग अ डिफरेंट कल्चर, साउथ इज हैविंग अ डिफरेंट कल्चर, नॉर्थ इज हैविंग अ डिफरेंट कल्चर, TCS और टाटा इज हैविंग अ डिफरेंट कल्चर, रिलायंस इज हैविंग अ डिफरेंट कल्चर, राइट. सो 245 मीन्स ऑप्शन बी will be right answer for this particular one. So culture is learned through socialization and our culture is a dynamic and evolve with internal and external both, right? Next one, which of the following statement accurately describe how organizational culture impact performance and engagement? Organizational culture versus आपका performance and engagement, again very easy one. तो पॉजिटिव कल्चर इज फॉस्टरिंग आपका एम्प्लॉय परफॉर्मेंस एंड एंगेजमेंट. नेगेटिव का आपका विल हैव अ नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट ऑन दिस पर्टिकुलर वन. सो मिसअलाइंड कल्चर कैन लीड टू डिससेटिस्फैक्शन एंड अंडर परफॉर्मेंस इवन इन प्रोडक्ट रिच फर्म, बिल्कुल हो सकता है. अ हेल्दी ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल कल्चर इज irrelevant फॉर एम्प्लॉयज, इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट. So, shared norm and value guide internal conduct and influence external brand perception. Organizational culture has no role. It is very important. Strong internal culture often reflect in companies' external branding and market appeal also. Yes. How what people say about that business. So 135 means option C should be right answer for this particular one. बहुत ही easy आपका था. Next one. Which of the statement correctly highlight the interaction between creativity, innovation, and organizational dynamics? So creativity, when it comes to creativity, it is confined to research and development departments. Now it is not only confined to research and it is आपका at all, ठीक है? All functionals आपका. Let's say if you are working as an employee, so you can also come up with आपका new ideas and all. So that will also help in this particular case. ठीक है, तो फर्स्ट वन इज रॉन्ग. सेकेंड वन इज आपका इनोवेशन इज इन आइसोलेटेड प्रोसेस, इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ कल्चर और टीम डायनामिक. नो, दिस इज आपका basically an open system, not isolation. Innovation, like when you'll interact with others and all, then only you'll get the ideas and all. So creativity and innovation are essential to respond to rapidly evolving market and technology changes. Organizational structure, leadership, and context all influence the emergence of creative behavior. Creativity and innovation together drive long term sustainability and competitive success. So 3, 4, 5 means आपका option C will be right answer for this particular question. Correct? Next one, guys. Next one. Okay. So which of the following statement best reflect the importance of ethical leadership and communication in building an ethical organizational culture? So ethical leadership means where leaders acting in a fair way, right? So ethics is all about आपका what is right and how to achieve that right. So ethical leadership is something कि you are working on a moral ground, right? So ethical role modeling by a senior leaders has a little impact. आपका wrong है. Like it is very important to build the trust of the team members and all in a leader. Employee often look at what top management does more than what they say when judging acceptable behavior. Unambiguous communication of ethical do's and don't help reduce ethical ambiguities, the clear-cut ideas and all, right? Or clear-cut instruction norms. Code of ethics are universally valid across all culture. No, every culture they have their own right and wrong. Top management adherence to ethical value is optional if employee have already received training on ethical standards. Top management adherence to ethical value is optional. Nahi, it is आपका not optional, it is mandate kind of. So 2 and 3 means option D should be right answer. Leadership example reinforce training and build trust in ethical system. Cultural differences must be accounted for and leadership role modeling is fundamental, right? So that's why option D is the right answer for this particular one. Next one, okay. Corporate sustainability and green HRM. Sustainability and green HRM, a social and environmental approach to the people management. So it include areas like corporate sustainability, and we have sustainable HRM, green HRM. So two major aspect of this particular one. So first one is social and then environmental and economic. So social is आपका occupational health and safety, faster community investment and social diversity and interaction. I hope ये पढ़ने में आ रहा होगा, थोड़ा सा blur है. I took it from your book only. Environmental आपका planet, so management of the physical environment, support of the living with ecological limits, protection of nature resources. Economic is आपका long term economic growth without impacting negativity to the other aspect and all. So basically a kind of a when it comes to corporate sustainability, so these are the three core pillars of your corporate sustainability. So environment, okay, here we have a detailed explanation also. So environmental pillar focus on impact of business activities and decision on the environment, promoting process and a system that reduce environmental impact, minimizing carbon footprints using sustainable material, and आपका managing waste. तो waste जैसे nowadays let's say if you are having that goal number 13 climate change, so or that this is kind of आपका green HRM. So where we are focusing on as at the organization level आपका we are focusing कि our product is not harming to the environment. तो कहीं ना कहीं that will help you to increase the social image. तो जिससे हम अपनी जैसे होता है ना कि बहुत सारे कंपनी सब एडवर्टीज करते हैं तो वो आपका मेंशन करते हैं कि दिस इज एनवायरनमेंट फ्रेंडली प्रोडक्ट एंड ऑल, तो दैट बिकम अ कोर आज के डेट में. सोशल पिलर, the responsibility CSR kind of things, ठीक है. So the responsibility of the organization toward the society, whenever they are making any decision they are considering the आपका society as a stakeholders. Emphasis fair treatment of employees stakeholders, fostering workforces connection beyond business relationship through the activities like establishing safety culture, ensuring customer product safety information, supporting employee security and development. Economic pillar, so we are making sure कि आपका we are generating enough revenue so that we can sustain. So involve strategies for efficient use of socio-economic resources, promoting equitable distribution and responsible resources use, ensuring long-term profitability and business sustainability. अगर आप लोगों ने there is a one topic called corporate governance, अगर किसी ने पढ़ा होगा ना, so they will be easily able to relate. Corporate governance, तो जहाँ पे we have different theories. One theory is called stakeholders theory, कि as a organization whenever you are making any decision you are considering all the stakeholders which will get impacted with that particular decision, जिनका उनके ऊपर असर पड़ेगा, ठीक है. जैसे customers, employees, management, society and everything, even your vendors and all. So creating a loyal workforce through a fair wages and reward is crucial, requiring awareness of supply chain safety and social sustainability to maintain the reputation and the customer base also. So when it comes to the differences between social responsibility and corporate sustainability, it include concept is it is social responsibility compliance than the business. It more about the compliances than the business. It is about the business but not about the आपका rudiments, rudiments. This applicability, it focus on more on the present, it future and remain visible for years to come. Scale आपका, it is much broader concept, it is integral part of the CSR, social corporate social responsibilities. Vision, look backward and reflect on what the company has done to contribute the society. Look forward and develop a sustainable strategy for the future itself. Target and focus, a target optimum formation like media, politician, pressure groups and all. It look at whole value chain, everyone from end consumer to stakeholders. Motivation, it protect companies reputation. When it comes to corporate sustainability, more to do with creating new opportunities for emerging market itself. The management itself, it is managed by the communication team, it is managed by operation and marketing vertical itself. So the differences, this can be part of your examination. Next one, green HRM. So is a form of sustainable HRM that enhance employee ecological awareness and behavior to reduce organization carbon footprint and promote sustainability. It include areas like It involves integrating environmental management into HR practices, encouraging employee to adopt eco-friendly initiative for a greater efficiency. It can be related to paper uses or anything else, or any element which is becoming a reason for the carbon emission. Green HRM promotes sustainable resources use, create a green workplace, and align HR processes like recruiting, hiring, training, compensation, everything आपका e-waste and others to achieve the green objective. It aim to benefit individual, society, and natural environment and business by infusing green practices into core HR practices like recruitment and others. Green HRM support the corporate environment agendas, boost employee awareness of sustainability, and encourage practices like use of electronic bike, carpoolings, or video conferencing or telecommunication. These practices reduce carbon footprint, lower cost, improve employee efficiency, enhance engagement, and increase retention rate, help retain key talents in all. So, what are the core or key advantages linked with the green HRM? So, in addition to positive societal and community impact, adopting green HRM provides several direct benefit to the organization. Build a strong socially responsible brand image, boosting workforce productivity, efficiency, motivation, and employee retention. आज के डेट में ना customer also like sometime it can be demanded by the customers कि if you like I want a product but that should support the आपका environment and all, that should be environment friendly. तो accordingly within the team also or while you are managing the human resources and all, so that is kind of should be integrated in your activities or the other part. Foster an environmental friendly organizational culture and work climate, enhancing efficiency in resource uses. Increase worker engagement by creating an environmental friendly work environment. Contribute to positive corporate image and improve economic and eco performance. Help minimize expenses without talent losses by reducing cost related to electricity, water, and manufactured goods. Provide competitive advantages through greater customer confidence and culture focus on employee holistic well-being. Support good public relation by incorporating green initiative in workplaces. Reduce the organization's carbon footprint. Enhance business opportunities as government companies and non-profit prefer purchasing green standard compliances, and even there are some sort of आपका कई बार होता है ना गवर्नमेंट भी ऐसे कंपनीज को फंड करती है या इनिशिएट करती है, जैसे ईवीज में काफ़ी ज़्यादा हुआ था. इंक्रीज कंपनी रेपुटेशन एंड पब्लिसिटी थ्रू द अडॉप्शन ऑफ ग्रीन स्टैंडर्ड्स, मतलब some sort of they get some sort of leverage from the government also, right? So that is the one. चलो, now first question on your screen guys. So first one is आपका corporate sustainability promote long-term stakeholders value by integrating environmental, social, and economic concern into business strategy. 100% true. A key objective of corporate sustainability in short-term profitability is short-term profitability. No, when it comes to corporate sustainability, it is always linked with the long-term vision of the company itself. Corporate sustainability require balancing profitability with the well-being of the future generation and ecosystem. Unlike compliance-driven models, corporate sustainability strategies aimed to aim at or aim to embed ethical and responsible behavior across the operation. Corporate sustainability only emphasizes environmental conservation and exclude economic human development. No, it include these two also, right? So 134, 134 means option B should be right answer for this particular one. So corporate sustainability move away from short term gain. Usually it is आपका long term in nature and all. Next one. Highlight the three pillars of corporate sustainability. So three pillars of corporate sustainability. So just now we talk about this one. So आपका we have environmental, economic and your social, right? So environmental, economic and social. So for the environmental pillar include initiative like using green energy, reducing waste and eliminating toxins 100% true. The social pillar is about marketing product sustainability and eliminating price discrimination in global market. No, social pillar is आपका pricing strategies. It is social is like how we generally take about this, like while we are coming up with any product. So what will be the impact on of that particular product on the society? Not, it should not be around the pricing and all. The economic pillar promote long-term financial strategies that avoid harm to people or planet. The next one is environmental sustainability encourages responsible energy use and carbon footprint reduction. Social pillar include employee welfare, yes, safety, work environment and others, 100% true. So 1345, 1345 means option D should be right answer for this particular one, correct? Next one, green HRM scope and benefit. So what is green HRM and the scope and benefit itself? So green hiring involves selecting candidate with environmental knowledge and aligning them to ecological goal. Green hiring involves selecting candidate with environmental knowledge and aligning. ये आपका wrong भी हो सकता है. It can be right or wrong, right? We have to check the answer because green HRM hiring is something where we are doing some, like as a, let's say as a bank we are doing आपका recruitment. We are not doing advertisement in newspaper. Instead we are using आपका e-channels or mode and others, or we are like anything which is harming the overall environment, we are not using those particular things. Green HRM practices can lead to decreased carbon footprint through telecommunicating and paperless process, yes, 100%. A key disadvantages of green HRM is that it hamper employee morale. No, this is 100% wrong. Organization implementing green HRM often experience cost reduction and enhance brand reputation. Green HRM help build a culture where individual ecological behavior impact both work and personal life. So 245, do we have 245? No. That means 1245 means आपका B should be right answer. Green hiring is a core practice and आपका the only incorrect statement was green HRM boost morale and engagement, not reduce. Next one, okay. HR analytics, HR entrepreneurship and AI based HR solutions, new HR trend for the future itself. So HR analytics, so where we are like nowadays in every field we use big data, AI and other these kind of tool. So similarly in HRM also we are using these particular one. Like let's say we have come up with a, like we are taking an application from the customer, आपका prospective employees. तो हमने जैसे कुछ अपना एडवर्टीजमेंट रिलीज़ किया, यू गॉट 1 लाख ऑफ एप्लीकेशन. नाउ इंडिविजुअली अगर आप खुद से बैठ के करेंगे सो इट विल कंज्यूम आपका लॉट्स ऑफ टाइम. सो वी आर यूजिंग data analytic tool and all, which is you are giving some sort of instructions to that particular tool and that is helping you टू सेग्रीगेट दैट डेटा, जो भी रिक्वायर्ड आपके रिज्यूमेज हैं उनको आप फाइंड आउट करने में हेल्प करेंगे, राइट. सो एच आर मैट्रिक्स एंड एच आर एनालिटिक्स, एडवांटेजेस डिसएडवांटेजेस, एच आर एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ artificial intelligence or role of artificial intelligence. So first subtopic which we will fundamentally discuss, that is your HR analytics and HR merits, metrics. So concept आपका HR metrics are typically associated with operational measure and number of organization to track. They are generally used to analyze performance, efficiency, and the impact of certain practices or changes. HR analytics imply analysis and decision making and mainly focus on comparing variable to guide a future decision. Often the focus is on developing business measure that can be predictive future outcomes. Objectives: HR metrics are what the organization measure to cause performance or progress within a company or organization. They are key figures that help firm to analyze their human capital and they measure how to find ways to utilize their resources. So basically, it is the kind of the standards about which we are using or applying on the existing resources, and this is something आपका the other available data which can be used for the futuristic decision making and all, help organization to make decision about how to move forward, also to help track effectiveness of metrics on HR and business outcome itself. So scope, when it comes to scope, HR metrics restrict its scope only to reveal as to what is happening or has recently happened based on hard data. HR metrics are measurements. HR analytics, HR metrics which use up like HR metrics are also based on the hard data, but they look beyond the numbers. Basically, the analysis as we do. Let's say in finance, we are doing financial analysis to make the decision. Similarly, here also we are doing analysis about the HR data, which is we generally get through the HR metrics, and based on the outcome of those particular data, we are trying to make some sort of future analysis and all. So examining the number of turnover in a particular vertical or section and calculate it as a percentage of total workforce in the particular vertical and section. Finding common reason for employee who leave the organization and to create a plan to remedy the reason why people are, like, let's say the attrition rate or the kind of turnover rate of any specific department is high, so that you will get to know with the help of HR metrics. And analysis mein you will do the root cause analysis ki why people are leaving that particular organization and how to fix that particular areas or the problem itself, right? So that is the one. नेक्स्ट वन, ओके, वन मोर कंपैरिजन शीट इज हियर. ऐसे जो कंपैरिजन शीट है ये थोड़ा सा इंपॉर्टेंट है. Major differences between machine learning and deep learning. So basically these are the part of from your AI things. We'll be discussing the key summary also. So machine learning, human intervention. Machine learning is about computers being able to think and act with less human intervention to get result. Deep learning is more complex to set up, require minimal intervention thereafter. Deep learning is about computer learning to think using structure model on the human brain itself. Hardware, machine learning program tend to be less complex than the deep learning. Algorithms and can often run on conventional computers. Deep learnings, they'll be requiring up more powerful softwares and resources. Time frame, machine learning's system can be set up and operate quickly, but may be limited in power. Deep learning system take more time to set up, can generate result instantaneously. Then approaches, machine learning tend to require structured data and use traditional algorithm. Deep learning employs आपका neural networks and is built to accommodate large volume of unstructured data and all, जैसे big data है या कोई भी others. Next one, आपका when it comes to others, machine learning require less computing power. Deep learning typically need less ongoing human intervention. Machine learning cannot analyze image, videos, and unstructured data easily. But here these can आपका use those particular one and they can provide you some sort of आपका interpretation based on those visuals and all. ठीक है, जैसे आपका जो बड़े बड़े आपके जो रिसर्च विंग्स एंड अदर्स होते हैं, दे जनरली यूज आपका डीप लर्निंग टेक्नोलॉजीज एंड ऑल. सो बेसिकली व्हेन इट कम्स टू द एरियाज लाइक HR analytics, so which is the quick summary, the process of collecting, processing and analyzing HR data to align HR practices with business strategies using descriptive, predictive and आपका perspective methods. People analytics encompass broader people data, not limited to just employee but applicable to any group or inside or the entire organization. Then we have workforce analytics, all type of employees, full remote and this, and may include AI and automation in the future also. HR analytics, descriptive, predictive, prescriptive, analytic guide HR decision making. Scope of HR analytics, implementing HR analytics is like framing questionnaires, gathering data, conducting analysis, revealing insight and providing recommendations and all. They're generally part of this particular one. Yes. Vinod sir, Vinod Sani sir, my answer is yes for your question. So next one, so you have to watch from the beginning itself. I have done almost 3 units after. So advantages of HR analytics: better decision making, improving hiring quality, employee retention and strategic business alignment also. Disadvantages can be आपका security concern, high cost and need for the specialized expertise. HR entrepreneurs, HR professional who take a holistic, innovative approach, manage risk and align HR function with the business goal. HR outsourcing, hiring third party organization to handle HR function to save cost, improve efficiency and ensure compliances. Artificial intelligence, AI, a machine or software that can perform task typically रिकरिंग ह्यूमन इंटेलिजेंस, ठीक है, जैसे हम लोगों का होता है. टाइप ऑफ AI आपका द अदर एस्पेक्ट ऑल्सो, ठीक है. सो विच वी हैव डिस्कस विद आर आपका कंपेरिजन ऑल्सो, राइट. सो नाउ लेट्स प्रैक्टिस द क्वेश्चन. वेरी फर्स्ट वन. So people analytics include data analysis related to external stakeholders like customer, shareholders, not just employees. True है. Workforce analytics include all categories of workers, including freelancers, even robot also. Yes. HR analytics is broader in scope than the people analytics and focus on societal metrics beyond the organization. No, HR analytics, people analytics should be broader than the HR one. While HR analytics is focused purely on internal operation, बिल्कुल सही. Workforce analytics look at workforce strategy as a whole. People analytics exclude HR data. No, we integrate that particular one in the decision making. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. Do we have? Yes. आपका option B will be correct answer for this particular question. So people analytic is broader than the HR analytic. People analytic include HR data, but is not limited to this particular one. Next one. Which of the following statement about the driver and challenges of the HR outsourcing, driver and challenges of the HR outsourcing? So outsourcing is something like, let's say you are doing agency type of recruitments and all, or you are doing recruiting people from some agencies and all, or the HR activities done or driven through some other companies and all. One major reason for outsourcing is आपका scarcity of HR journalist who can handle cross functional tasks. It can be especially for the smaller organization. Outsourcing lead to standardization of process resulting in increased speed and accuracy. Yes, it can be. Outsourcing HR always enhance communication and policy clarity across. No, there's as is no direct link, and we cannot say always. Internal will be the better one when it comes to the outsourcing and others. Trade union in India, public sector bank generally oppose employee outsourcing due to concern about the job security. Improper outsourcing strategies may lead to ineffective functioning and unmet recruitment goal. Yes, 1245. 1245 means option B will be right answer for this particular one. Right. Next one, guys. Which of the following accurately describe HR outsourcing practices in Indian public sector banks? So core HR activities like recruitment are frequently outsourced to improve efficiency. No, mostly we do the internal function such as training, payroll, and surveys are often outsourced to reputed third-party firms. Functions such as training, payrolls, this can be outsourced आपका, ठीक है. जैसे payroll software we are using आपका, let's say grey HR or something else. Employee outsourcing is discouraged due to sensitive nature of banking involving आपका public money. Yes. Security related function like watchman, guarding duties may be outsourced as per the RBI guidelines, or mostly they are get outsourced. There is a widespread union support for outsourcing all non-core activities. No, we do not have any आपका ऐसा इस तरीके से union and all. Union even they are only for the internal one and all, right? So 2 3 4, do we have 2 3 4? 2 3 4, yes. Option D will be right answer for this particular one. Recruitment, a core function, generally not outsourced, and trade union largely resist outsourcing to fear of job loss and all. Okay. Next one, your leading in VUCA and Vani scenario, new approaches in crisis management and all. So essential feature of crisis management. So effective crisis management required for basic element. Without them, organization likely to falter at the outset of crisis and make critical errors in initial response and the recovery also. So clearly identify team role and responsibilities in the situation of any sort of contingency. A formal incident assessment team and process will be required. Effective incident action plan skills, effective crisis management team communication, other critical character skills which include activities and processes that help manager and employees analyze and understand event that might lead to a crisis or organizational uncertainty. Enabling manager, this can be driven through MIS or any other tool. Enabling manager and employee to respond effectively to change in organizational culture. Effectively coordination among department to overcome emergency situation. A crucial role of HR is in involving leading and executing and monitoring all crisis management strategies and plan, and a regular test also, so we can check the robustness of these particular plan. The need for employee to communicate effectively with each other during a crisis and perform at their best to overcome in the tough time and all, right? So first one is आपका VUCA. This is again very important one question 100% you can expect based on the VUCA approach. So first one is आपका V for volatility. This refer to the speed of change in industry, market or the world in general. So आपका commodity pricing is often quite volatile. So like compared to your currency or equity. So if you are having some position, so accordingly they can affect the overall areas and they can create some sort of crisis. So accordingly you have to take the preventive measures. It is associated with fluctuation in demand or turmoil. The more volatile the world is, the faster the things get changed. The challenge is unexpected and unstable and maybe unknown duration. So, but it is not necessary to hard to understand itself, right? Uncertainty, which can become a reason for the risk. Uncertainty is associated with people inability to understand. Uncertain environment are those that do not allow for any prediction to be made. The more uncertain is word is, the harder it is to predict the future. Lack of knowledge as to whether an event will have meaningful ramifications. Cause and effect are understood, but it is unknown to whether an event will create significant changes in all. So anti-terrorism and other activities. Complexity. This refer to a number of factors we need to consider to make more efficient decision. Their veracity and relationship between them. More the factors, the greater their veracity, and the more interconnected they are, the more complex the environment. Like आपका global situation and all. The next one is ambiguity. So there is no clarity. So the this relate to lack of clarity about how to interpret something. It is not about analyzing a large amount of data. It is about doing advanced analytics for the right KPIs. Casual relationships are completely unclear and no precedent available. A sustain is ambiguous. For example, when information is incomplete, contradictory, or too imprecise to draw a clear conclusion itself. So this is something like which is a natural part of the business itself where we face these kind of problems. So basically we have to define with the help of VUCA framework and we try to create some sort of solution for these kind of situations, you know. So, enormity of VUCA environment, predicting the full extent that scale of VUCA, volatile, uncertainty, complex, and ambiguity environment, impact on the business is challenging. To effectively manage team in such conditions, organization must understand and prepare for the change it can trigger. Based on the experiences of organization facing VUCA scenario, key negative effects which can include destabilizing employee by creating anxiety about the future which adversely impact the organizational culture, undermining employee motivation and frustrating career progression, devastating individuals and organization as a whole, requiring constant training to acquire new skills, knowledge and attitude, consuming significant time and efforts, thereby engrading long-term projects, innovations, and develop initiatives, creating the risk of inappropriate decision, negatively affecting decision making process and patterns. Overall, destabilization of the organization and its business, as employee may passively seek opportunities elsewhere for the better perspective and all. So VUCA concept guided organization but lost relevance due to excessive use and inability to address modern challenges like COVID pandemic and all. VUCA no longer provide a meaningful insight or help in this. Okay, so Vani coined by the American anthropologist आपका futurist James Casio better describe a new normal and address challenging like COVID-19 and all. So वानी के ऊपर आते हैं अब, ठीक है. Okay, Vani is not here or what? अच्छा, okay, we'll discuss with this one. Okay, I'll first come here. It should be there. हाँ, Vani approach to meaning managing आपका uncertainty and crisis in modern time. New normal in handling crisis influenced by the global challenges like COVID-19 or global warming and others. So understand the predict beyond a point in anxious fear in uncertain time. Non-linears आपका disappropriates and the I is आपका, okay, just a minute, I have to zoom it out. Okay, so first B आपका which stand for brittle, so unable to predict beyond a point. Then anxious A, fear in uncertain time. N is आपका non-linear, disproportionate or disconnected events. And I is आपका incomparable lack of logic of purpose. So in these kind of situation we usually apply for the Vani. We generally test the element, जैसे वूका के अंदर आपका वॉलेटिलिटी, अनसर्टेनिटी, कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी एंड एम्बिग्यूटी को हमने आपका देखा कि इफ दीज विल बी द सिचुएशन हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू हैंडल और व्हाट इज द रेमेडीज फॉर दीज पर्टिकुलर वन. सो कोविड लाइक सिचुएशन में दीज द वानी अप्रोच दैट डिड नॉट हेल्प ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस. तो हमने क्या किया, वी कम अप विद आपका और बेसिकली वूका से ज़्यादा इफेक्टिव आपका वानी को यहाँ पे जो माना गया, राइट. Role of leaders in crisis. So leaders, they generally play a major or significant role during the crisis because they are the people, like if organization is going through any change or if organization have to adopt some change, so these are the people who will guide to the others or their subordinates. And अगर कंपनी सिर्फ एक नोटिस भेज देगी तो नो वन इज गोइंग टू लिसन. बट इफ they'll have आपका पॉलिटिकल सपोर्ट फ्रॉम द लीडर्स एंड ऑल, so they'll tell their subordinates and subordinates will follow that particular one, so we can quickly adopt that particular situation. So lead from the front, take charges, accept high risk and full responsibility, and inspire confidence among the employees. Address grievances promptly, so if there is any आपका doubt grievances, so they have to do it. Console and unite, calm employees, discourage panic, encourage courage and teamwork. Interact frequently with the team and others. Detect early sign आपका any warning signals and all. Promote open communication, prevent crisis by encouraging free discussion of role of employees in crisis because they are the जिनके थ्रू हम लोग आपका पूरा चेंज को ड्राइव कर रहे होते हैं, ठीक है. सो एक्टिव पार्टिसिपेशन फ्रॉम देम इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट. सो नाउ लेट्स प्रैक्टिस द क्वेश्चन फर्स्ट. The first question on your screen, guys, please quickly go through the question. So which of the following are considered essential characteristics and element of effective crisis management? So crisis management is purely a top-down process executed only by the senior managers. we have like it's a, first of all it's a collaborative, not आपका only things, right? It should be wrong. We need collaboration from all, right? Crisis management involve effective communication among employee during tough time, बिल्कुल सही है. The third one is it include clear team role, formal incident assessment and action planning. Yes. Human resource play a central role in planning and leading crisis strategies. Crisis management ignore departmental coordination is also must. So 234 means option C will be right answer for this particular one. Next one. Which of the following correctly reflect characteristics VUCA environment? So VUCA and Vani से for sure you will be getting one question, or it can they can ask you question around both. हाँ, VUCA and Vani is like कि हर साल पूछे आते हैं, या ये दोनों ही आपको पूछे आ सकते हैं या दोनों में से एक आपको डेफिनेटली. ठीक है, तो प्लीज़ अच्छे से एक बार आपका नोट्स के थ्रू रिवाइज कीजिएगा एंड प्रैक्टिस कीजिएगा. I have kept many questions around VUCA and Vani in the module mock also. So volatility refer to stable, slow speed. No, volatility is like where things are changing fastly. Uncertainty exists even when cause effect relationship are unknown. Uncertainty exists even when cause is fine but effect is not, आपका should not be there. Complexity refer to interrelated factor that affect decision making. Ambiguity arise when data is abundant but relationship are unclear. Volatility does not necessarily imply difficulty in understanding the changes. So do we have 3 4 5? 3 4 5, yes. Option A only should be right answer. Volatility refer to a rapid unpredictable change. Uncertainty assume known causes, and rest all are correct here, right? Next one. Vani, so Bani word, and you have to find out the correct statement. In brittle word, system may appear stable but can collapse suddenly. Anxiety in Bani is limited to personal emotion, it does affect organization also. So if personal will get affected, this will affect us. Non-linear system often show disproportionate relationship between action and outcome. Incompatibility can arise despite abundant data availability. Anxiety may lead to passivity and fear of decision making. Anxiety, passivity, हाँ बिल्कुल सही. So 1345 means option B should be right answer for this particular one. Vani and Boka दो बहुत ही important area है इस topic के. Please do take care about them, right? Next one, okay. Business ethics आपका first, then we have corporate governance and आपका CSR. Very important one. सबसे ज़्यादा important unit है from your module E. The most important unit from your module E, which is unit number 25, which is the last unit. But बहुत ही ज़्यादा important है. Or even you can expect 3 questions. One is around business ethics, another one is around corporate governance, and third one is around corporate governance, and third one is around CSR, corporate social responsibility. तो business ethics is आपका all about rightfulness and wrongfulness. ठीक है. So every organization, they are having their basically the moral ground on which how they are going to interact with others, or if you are part of this particular organization, how you will interact with others, that is driven by these particular one. ठीक है, तो ethics is all about right and wrong. So this is ethics. So आपका ethics and theories and others. Then we have ethical organization, corporate governance. Corporate governance जहाँ पे शेयर होल्डर्स आपका प्राइमरी, ठीक है. सो व्हेन इट कम्स टू कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस, हाउ अ कॉर्पोरेट इज गवर्न एंड हु गवर्न द कॉर्पोरेट, बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स. तो उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के जो BODs हैं, दे जनरली मेक डिसीजन अबाउट द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. तो अब ये जो डिसीजन मेकिंग आपकी हो रही है, और वाइल वी आर कंस्ट्रक्टिंग दिस पर्टिकुलर बोर्ड, सो वी शुड हैव सम सॉर्ट ऑफ वेराइटी. जैसे बैंकों में होता है कि लाइक वी हैव इंडिपेंडेंट डायरेक्टर, वी हैव प्रमोटर्स डायरेक्टर, एंड वी हैव आपका ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल डायरेक्टर्स जो प्रमोट होके यहाँ पहुँचते हैं, राइट. वाई वी आर कीपिंग दिस वेराइटी, बिकॉज वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग कि अगर सपोज दैट कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जहाँ पे सिर्फ प्रोमोटर्स डायरेक्टर्स होंगे, तो दे whenever they'll make decision, they'll make decision in the favor of shareholders of that particular organization. तो ऐसा ना हो, कोई भी डिसीजन अगर हो रहा है तो वो सबके हितों को ध्यान में रखते हुए, ठीक है, वी आर टेकिंग केयर अबाउट ऑल और ईच एंड एवरी स्टेक होल्डर्स ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. जैसे कस्टमर्स हो, एम्प्लॉयज़ हो, मैनेजमेंट हो, शेयर होल्डर्स हो. तो these decision should आपका फोकस अराउंड ऑल दीज, एंड देन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और दिस बोर्ड शुड मेक डिसीजन. तो इसमें बहुत सारी थ्योरीज भी हैं, जैसे आपका एजेंसी थ्योरी है, देन वी हैव स्टीवर्डशिप थ्योरी है, देन शेयर होल्डर्स, एंड देन फाइनली आज के डेट में स्टेक होल्डर्स, राइट. Then next one, CSR. So when it comes to CSR, it is a mandatory things in case of Indian business. Section 135 of Companies Act, which generally govern this particular part. Ki companies, those who are eligible for this, they have to contribute 2% of their net profit of last 3 years in the CSR activities. ठीक है, so social responsibility and environmental responsibility, that generally comes under this particular one. तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, प्लीज़ ध्यान रखें. तो बिजनेस एथिक्स इज बेसिकली आपका ऑनेस्टी, मतलब एथिक्स इज ऑल अबाउट कि लाइक हाउ दैट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज गवर्न, व्हाट आर द कोर नॉर्म्स, वैल्यूज ऑफ दैट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, जिनके बेसिस पे दे आर इंटरेक्टिंग विद अदर्स. अदर्स कुड बी आपका, इट कैन बी लाइक जैसे एम्प्लॉयज़ हैं, या आपका कस्टमर्स हैं, वेंडर्स हैं, अदर्स हैं. तो व्हाट वी एक्सपेक्ट आपका इन एथिक्स, there must be honesty, avoid conflict, compliances, relevant information, fairness. And then we have fulfilling commitments and others. They all generally are the ethical principles. So ethics in business, define code of conduct. Business ethics establish a code of conduct for businessmen, setting social, cultural, economic, and legal limits, ensuring operational stay within these particular boundaries. Protect social groups. Ethics provide protection to social groups associated with business, fostering inclusivity. Instill healthy competition. Encourage fair market practices, promoting healthy coordination and cooperation with business partners, preventing monopolies through the exploitations. Reduce risk and cost, improve productivity and efficiency, enforce self-discipline, reduce risk and expenses. Monitor business malpractices, any dhokadhadi is going on, ठीक है. So monitor and check malpractices like adulteration, black marketing, fraud and others, based on moral and social values. तो ethics के जो principle हैं, whatever it is, ठीक है, so they are generally based on the moral ground and all, right. So that is something which is generally part of this one. When it comes to ethics आपका, ठीक है, so ethics versus moral. So ethics, a moral philosophy, as such, it is the combination of moral and reasoning, hence a wider आपका connotations. Moral is the guided by the culture and limit the scope than the आपका ethics. अगेन बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है अजय सर. मैराथन मैंने वैसे यूनिट वाइज सारा कर दिया है, अब इससे ज़्यादा कुछ है नहीं. वैसे अगर मैंने आपके साथ PPT भी शेयर किया था, PDF, ऑन ऐप। आई गेस यू आर द ओनली पर्सन ना जिन्होंने पिंग किया था मेरे को। तो आप इसको रिवाइज कीजिए, दैट इज़ सफिशियंट। ठीक है, आई विल सी आपका एक दिन में एक्चुअली आप लोगों को प्रैक्टिस के लिए मॉड्यूल वाइज प्रैक्टिस या अदर्स इनके लिए देना चाह रहा था। तो एक बार वहाँ से देखिए, अगर आप डाउट लगता है विल डेफिनेटली डू इट। एथिक्स lays faith in the free will of the individual and give enough room to individual to deliberate upon different means to an end, while also providing moral justification. Morality can limit the scope of human deliberation, it determining the goal and mean toward the human ends and all, right? So please go through this particular one once. ठीक है, ये थोड़ा सा comparisons आपके जो है थ्योरीज में, वी हैव नंबर ऑफ थ्योरीज। हाँ, ये थोड़ा सा समझने वाली चीज़ है। तो व्हेन इट कम्स टू आपका थ्योरीज ऑफ एथिक्स, वी हैव लाइक यूनिलेटरिज्म विच जनरली वर्क ऑन अ प्रिंसिपल ऑफ ग्रेटर गुड। ये क्या बोलता है, जैसे आपने नाम सुना होगा ना, जैसे यूनिलेटरिज्म है या डेंटोलॉजी है, वर्च्यू एथिक्स है। ठीक है, सो दीज आर सम थ्योरीज, आपका कोर थ्योरीज, ठीक है, जो यहाँ पे आपको देखने के लिए मिलेंगे। ठीक है, सो यूनिलेटरिज्म आपका बेसिकली कि हाउ वी आर डिसाइडिंग गुड एंड बैड। गुड एंड बैड को कैसे डिसाइड किया जा रहा है, इफ़ अ पर्सन इज डूइंग सम एक्शन, इसने कोई एक्शन किया एंड इट इज़ गिविंग बेनिफिट टू दिस वन एंड इट इज़ हार्मिंग टू दिस आपका वन। ठीक है, लेट्स से 1000 पीपल आर गेटिंग बेनिफिटेड फ्रॉम दिस एक्शन एंड 10 पीपल आर आपका फेसिंग सम सॉर्ट ऑफ इश्यूज विद दिस, मतलब उनको नुकसान हो रहा है। तो दिस एथिक्स विल बी कंसिडर एज, और दिस एक्शन विल बी कंसिडर एज एथिकल। ठीक है, तो जैसे होता है ना, कई बार गवर्नमेंट कम अप विद अ पॉलिसी, दैट पॉलिसी इज बेनिफिटिंग करोड्स ऑफ पीपल एंड लैक्स ऑफ पीपल आर गेटिंग हार्म, तो वो एक्शन आपका यूटिलिटरिज्म के हिसाब से दैट एक्शन इज कॉल्ड आपका एथिकल। तो एथिक्स में पहला, यूटिलिटरिज्म इज अ प्रोमिनेंट एथिकल थ्योरी दैट इवेल्युएट द मोरालिटी ऑफ एक्शन बेस्ड ऑन their outcome. The central tenet of utilitarianism is that right action is that one maximize overall happiness or pleasure while minimizing the overall pain or suffering. It is purely based on the principle of greater good, right? The theory is consequentialist, means आपका outcome driven, meaning that the moral worth of an action is determined by setting consequences. Utilitarianism which generally work the greatest happiness for the greatest numbers and all, right? So that is the core of this one. तो यूटिलिटरिज्म इज समथिंग कि इफ एनी एक्शन इज गिविंग हैप्पीनेस टू मैक्सिमम और कुछ लोगों का नुकसान हो रहा है, दैट स्टिल दैट एक्शन विल बी नोन एज एथिकल। तो अब ये मतलब दीज आर द डिफरेंट थॉट्स अराउंड योर आपका एथिक्स। ठीक है, तो जिसमें एक यूटिलिटरिज्म है। ठीक है, देन अनदर वन वी हैव द नेक्स्ट वन इज वर्च्यू एथिक्स। ठीक है, सो वर्च्यू एथिक्स आपका ये क्या बोलते हैं कि देर आर सम यूनिवर्सल वर्च्यूज आपका। ठीक है, सो लाइक लेट्स से इन बेसिकली दिस इज आपका वर्च्यू बेस कि दीज आर काइंड ऑफ आपका सम वर्च्यूज, सो वी जज द एक्शन बेस्ड ऑन द वर्च्यू एडरेंस टू दीज पर्टिकुलर वर्च्यूज, राइट? जैसे फेयरनेस, ऑनेस्टी एंड ऑल। तो अब हमने ये देखा कि वर्च्यू एथिक्स क्या बोलता है कि जैसे लेट्स से दिस पर्सन हैव डन सम टास्क, अब उस टास्क में इनका अदरेंस कितना था। ठीक है, इफ इट इज देयर इन्वॉल्वमेंट ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर वन इट इज फेयर, अदरवाइज इट इज आपका अनएथिकल, राइट? सो दैट जनरली कम्स अंडर दिस. So virtue ethics is an approach of moral philosophy that emphasizes the role of character and virtue in moral decision. इसका एक और एग्जाम्पल है, ठीक है, लाइक दिस इज समथिंग लाइक जैसे होता है ना पुलिस जस्ट आपका वेरिफिकेशंस होते हैं। ठीक है, लेट्स से देयर इज अ पर्सन हु कंडक्टेड सम क्राइम, इसने क्राइम कंडक्ट किया, ठीक है, कुछ गलत काम इसने किया। तो अब व्हेन वी आर मेकिंग जजमेंट अबाउट दिस पर्सन, तो क्या करते हैं हम पहले इसका पुराना रिकॉर्ड चेक करते हैं। ठीक है, कि इसने पास्ट में भी ऐसा कोई क्राइम किया है नहीं किया है। लेट्स से दिस पर्सन वाज वेरी नाइस, ये बहुत बढ़िया इंसान था, ठीक है, सब कुछ इसका कैरेक्टर बहुत ही सुपर्ब था, दिस इज द वेरी फर्स्ट टाइम ही इज डन दिस। तो वी आर नॉट जजिंग दैट पर्सन बेस्ड ऑन दिस सिंगल अटेम्प्ट, वी आर जजिंग दैट पर्सन बेस्ड ऑन दीज पर्टिकुलर वन। मतलब लाइक इट इज़ नॉट अ क्रिमिनल केस, बट हाँ इस तरीके से ये जो अप्रोच काम करती है कि हम किसी पर्सन को उसके एक सिंगल अटेम्प्ट के बेसिस पे ना जज करके हम उसको जज कर रहे हैं उसके एज अ लाइफ, पूरी लाइफ के बेसिस पे, राइट? प्लेटो एंड अरिस्टो वॉज द मेजर पर्सन बिहाइंड दिस पर्टिकुलर वन, ठीक है, जिन्होंने वर्चू एथिक्स के बारे में आपका बात किया, ठीक है। इसके अलावा वी हैव डेंटोलॉजी ऑल्सो। द नेक्स्ट वन इज आपका when it comes to the another approach, so that is डेंटोलॉजी। डेंटोलॉजी क्या होता है? इट इज़ आपका बेस्ड ऑन रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन प्रिंसिपल, ठीक है। ये क्या बोलता है कि एवरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और एवरी सोसाइटी दे हैव सम प्रिंसिपल्स, ठीक है, मोरल ग्राउंड। सो आपका इफ़ यू आर बिकमिंग पार्ट ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, सो दीज आर काइंड ऑफ योर गाइडिंग प्रिंसिपल and your action will be judged based on the adherence of these particular principle, कि हम आपका जो आप सही हैं या गलत हैं उसका जजमेंट, कि हम आउटकम को कंसीडर नहीं कर रहे हैं, ठीक है। हम कह रहे हैं कि जैसे आपका देयर इज अ पर्सन हु फॉलोड ऑल दीज पर्टिकुलर प्रिंसिपल वाइल ही डिड सम एक्शन, बट उसकी वजह से कुछ आउटकम वॉज नेगेटिव। वी आर नॉट केयरिंग अबाउट दिस आउटकम, हमें आउटकम की कोई चिंता नहीं है। हम बोल रहे हैं कि आपने यहाँ पे इनका एडरेंस कितना है, तो बेसिकली रूल बेस आपका। तो डेंटोलॉजी इज एन एथिकल थ्योरी दैट एम्फेसिस द इम्पॉर्टेंस ऑफ रूल एंड ड्यूटी इन मोरल डिसीजन। इट कॉन्ट्रास्ट द कॉन्सिक्वेंशलिस्ट दैट आपका यूनिलेटरिज्म विच फोकस ऑन आउटकम। तो यूनिलेटरिज्म में क्या था आपका? बेस्ड ऑन द ग्रेटर गुड प्रिंसिपल। ये किसके ऊपर बेस्ड है आपका? बेस्ड ऑन द एडरेंस ऑफ रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस, कि उस सोसाइटी के जो नॉर्म्स हैं उनको आपने कितना फॉलो किया वो डिसाइड करेगा आपका बेसिकली योर एक्ट इज एथिकल और अनएथिकल। डेंटोलॉजिकल एथिक्स असर्ट सर्टेन एक्शन दैट आर इन इंटरेस्टिंगली राइट और रॉन्ग रिगार्डलेस ऑफ देयर कॉन्सिक्वेंसेज, राइट। सो दिस इज द वन। तो ये कुछ थ्योरीज हैं जिनको आप प्लीज़ ध्यान रखिएगा, जो आपको हेल्प करेंगे एग्जामिनेशन में, ठीक है। रिवाइज जरूर करें आपका। सो थ्योरीज में यूटिलिटेरियन, ग्रेटर गुड प्रिंसिपल, डेंटोलॉजी बेस्ड ऑन आपका रूल एंड रेगुलेशन, वर्च्यू आपका बेस्ड ऑन द कैरेक्टर, ठीक है। सो वर्च्यू इज बेस्ड ऑन द कैरेक्टर्स इन ऑल, राइट। कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस, हाउ कॉर्पोरेट इज गवर्न, तो जैसे हमने इस पर बात किया। एंड CSR आपका अगेन द अनदर वन। So now let's practice the question itself. So first question on your screen, guys. सिर्फ 2 दिन बचे हैं दोस्तों, जितना ज़्यादा मेहनत कर सकते हैं करिए। एंड अगर कोई हेल्प की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है so you can connect me on application or on the आपका व्हाट्सएप, टेलीग्राम, कहीं पे भी, ठीक है। बट आपका मेरा सजेशन ये होगा कि बढ़िया से मेहनत कीजिए, ठीक है। Okay, so first question, which of the following statement correctly reflect conceptual essence of business ethics? So ethics only concern legal compliances, and nahi, it is not only, this is all about the rightfulness and wrongfulness, not only about the compliance आपका legal and others. Business ethics is voluntary, self-imposed framework guiding business conduct beyond the legal obligation, 100% true. The sole focus of business ethics is profit maximization. It is आपका stakeholders well-being. Business ethics balance profit motives and stakeholders interest, moral value and legal norms. Ethical code are designed primarily for large multinational corporation. It is for all, not for आपका this 2 and 4. 2 and 4 means option D will be right answer for this particular one. Correct है? Next one. Ethics from moral and value. So the differences between ethics, moral and value. So moral are imposed by society. बिल्कुल सही है। आपका whereas ethics are principle driven and self reflective. ट्रू है. वैल्यू आर कलेक्टिव रूल्स एनफोर्स बाय गवर्नमेंट, नो. वैल्यू आर बेसिकली पर्सनल, दीज आर द वैल्यूज आर पर्सनल. ठीक है, हाउ वी लाइक हम अपनी वैल्यूज डिसाइड करते हैं ना लाइफ को जीने का, दे आर पर्सनल टू यू, राइट. और इन केस ऑफ इन टर्म ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इट कैन बी ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल, दे आर नॉट इम्पोज बाय द गवर्नमेंट. Ethics guide action while value reflect what important and desirable. Morality and ethics are identical and interchangeable. No, they are different. आपका they are relative but not identical. We can say they support each others. Ethics require rational judgment, whereas moral are often driven by belief or religion. Yes, moral the core is आपका thus for the moral, right, or the setting the moral ground. जिससे बोलते हैं ना कि ये सही है इस कल्चर में, और दैट कैन बी रॉन्ग इन सम अदर कल्चर, बट इट इज़ आपका फ्रॉम द बिलीफ सिस्टम और द रिलीजन और द एरिया इटसेल्फ. So 135 means option C should be right answer for this particular one. Value are personal or organizational. Ethics and moral are related but not identical, right? Unilateralism in business ethics. So unilateralism is the principle of greater good. Unilateralism मैंने क्या बताया था आपको कि if a person is performing some action and if the action is helping आपका many people and making a loss for lesser size, so this action will be considered as an ethical action. So अब बिजनेस में हम इसको कैसे डालेंगे. यूनिलेटरिज्म एम्फसिस द एक्शन दैट ग्रेटेस्ट द मोस्ट पर्सनल सेटिस्फेक्शन फॉर द डिसीजन मेकर. नो, मोस्ट पर्सनल सेटिस्फेक्शन आपका नहीं है. ठीक है, इट इज़ मोस्ट आपका लाइक which is based on the greater good but it is helping others. The principle greatest good for the greatest number underpin the ethical decision making in utilitarianism, 100% true. The next one is your utility being psychological and subjective poses challenges in accurate measurement. अब ये जो ज़्यादा लोगों को फ़ायदा हो रहा है इसका यूटिलिटी अकाउंट करना इज़ आपका बिट और चैलेंजिंग जॉब. बिल्कुल सही है. थ्योरी सपोर्ट मोरल एक्शन बेस्ड ऑन लॉन्ग टर्म इम्पैक्ट ओवर अ शॉर्ट टर्म. यस. यूटिलिटेरियन एथिक्स इवेलुएट एक्शन बेस्ड ऑन कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस और सोसाइटल वेलफेयर. आउटकम बेसिस पर आपका होता है. तो 2, 3, 4, 5 मीन्स आपका ऑप्शन सी विल बी राइट आंसर फॉर दिस वन. सो यूटिलिटेरिज्म प्रमोट द यूनिवर्सल हैप्पीनेस नॉट द पर्सनल गेन. पर्सनल गेन के ऊपर भी देर इज़ वन थ्योरी बट दैट इज़ नॉट पार्ट ऑफ योर करिकुलम, जिसको हम बोलते हैं ईगोइज्म प्रिंसिपल ऑफ एथिक्स. ईगोइज्म आपका होता है, ईगोइज्म जो बोलता है कि पर्सनल गेन शुड बी द प्रायोरिटी, बट वो आपके करिकुलम में नहीं है तो टेंशन नहीं लेना है आपको. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट वन गाइज, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग रिफ्लेक्ट प्रिंसिपल ऑफ एमिनल काइंड डेंटोलॉजिकल. तो डेंटोलॉजिकल एथिक्स क्या होता है कि एथिकल जजमेंट विल बी बेस्ड ऑन द एडरेंस ऑफ रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस, कि जो नियम कानून हैं उनको कितना फॉलो किया गया एक्शंस में वो डिसाइड करेगा. ठीक है, सो वी डू नॉट केयर अबाउट द आउटकम. आउटकम क्या है उससे कोई मतलब नहीं है, कि रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन को कितना फॉलो किया गया ड्यूरिंग द एक्ट, दैट विल डिसाइड कि इट इज़ ethical or unethical, right? So moral worth of an action is determined solely by the outcome. तो पहला statement आपका क्या है, wrong है. It is not based on the outcome, it is based on the adherence to policies, rules, regulation. Acting from a sense of duty give an action moral value, not the personal motive. बिल्कुल. People should be treated as end in themselves, not merely as a mean. This is also true. Right and obligation are determine subjectivity in Kantian. No, it is आपका not subjective, it is objective, right? It should be wrong. आपका categorical imperatives in is a key a concept applying universal principle in moral decision. ये हमारे क्या हैं आपका ये जो रूल्स हमने बनाए कि फेयरिटी आपका फेयरनेस, आपका mercy or all whatever it is आपका the principle which we have decided, they are generally part of this, right? So 235 means option C will be right answer for this particular one. Next one, virtue ethics आपका. So now the virtue ethics is basically we judge person based on their whole life, not based on a single action, right? मैंने आपको एग्जांपल क्या दिया था कि एक पर्सन है जिसने जो मतलब what he did चोरी, इसने चोरी की. अब हमने इसको वी आर नॉट जजिंग दैट पर्टिकुलर पर्सन बेस्ड ऑन दैट सिंगल इंसिडेंट, ठीक है. सो सिंगल इंसिडेंट ऑफ थेफ्ट वी आर जजिंग फर्स्ट वर्ड वी आर कि ये पर्सन कैसा है, ठीक है. तो इनके बेसिस पे इसके जजमेंट हो रहा होता है, राइट. Ethical conduct is defined by adherence to universal law irrespective of character. No, it is not universal law, it is more toward to the character. Developing moral value virtue through practice help ethical decision making. Self love is essential for achieving one's potential and inner happiness. Ethical living required display of all cardinal virtues, not just select one. No, it should be up. Cardinal is basically one basically it is up. It should be all, not आपका कार्ड. देखो क्या होता है ना, पर्सनैलिटी द फीचर आर कार्डिनल, central and secondary. Cardinal trait is basically one feature which generally define the entire personality. Central is mostly surrounding the cardinal. Secondary is situation basis पे हमारे जो trait या feature change होते रहते हैं, ठीक है. Rational activity distinguish human and lead to supreme good. Yes, ये आपका इसमें ना देर वॉज वन पोप फ्रॉम इंग्लैंड, तो इसी में ना पोप ने इसको रिलीजियस आपका वो दिया कि अगर आप रिलीजियस कहलाना चाहते हैं तो यू हैव टू इंटीग्रेट और लर्न दीज पर्टिकुलर वर्च्यूज. सो 235 मीन्स नो वन. 235. Okay, now I have to check the answer for this particular one. That means somewhere I have went wrong. आपका ए इट इज सेइंग, ठीक है, रिफ्लेक्टिंग डेंटोलॉजी बिल्कुल सही है. ओके, मीन्स 235. 4 इज ऑल्सो एक्यूरेट. प्रूडेंस, टेम्परेंस, आपका करेज, जस्टिस में मस्ट को एग्जिस्ट. यहाँ पे क्या लिखा था, एथिकल लिविंग रिक्वायर्ड डिस्प्ले ऑफ ऑल कार्डिनल वर्चूज. अच्छा, इट इज़ ऑल कार्डिनल वर्चूज नॉट जस्ट सिलेक्ट वन, सॉरी. हाँ, वी टॉक आई गेस एक्सप्लेनेशन वाइज वी वेंट ऑल आपका ओनली, जैसे मैंने यहाँ पे बनाया भी था चार्ट, नॉट ओनली वन. अच्छा, इट इज़ अबाउट ऑल कार्डिनल ओनली, ठीक है. सो दैट इज आपका ट्रू. सॉरी गाइज. नेक्स्ट वन, corporate governance. How a corporate get governed. So corporate governance is like how corporate get governed. Governance is usually done by the board itself, ठीक है. So जो organization का board है उसके द्वारा. So corporate governance. Which of the following are true regarding the concept and nature of corporate governance? It includes system, rule, processes that control the organization or how an organization is governed. True है. It aim to promote only shareholders interest. No, मैंने क्या बोला आपको कि आपका आपका all the stakeholders, not only this. So this is wrong. Corporate governance ensure transparency, accountability in corporate affairs. It involve balancing economic goal with societal responsibilities. Board of director plays central role in this. 1345. 1345 means option C will be right answer for this particular one. Next one. Correct. Describe the aspect of ethical conduct in corporate governance. Ethical conduct in corporate governance. So ethical corporate governance requires strict legal compliance. No. Ethical corporate governance strictly, but it does not necessitate fear. बिल्कुल कर बहुत ही रॉन्ग है ये स्टेटमेंट. Honest, आपका transparency and honesty in financial dealing are considered pillar of ethical governance. Ethical behavior include prioritizing the company's interest over the personal gain in all transaction. Public perception does not influence ethics and all. Ethical governance involve recognizing societal responsibility beyond the economic return. So 235 means option D should be right answer. Next one, guys. The concept and benefit of CSR, corporate social responsibility. So concept and benefit of CSR. So CSR only focus on maximizing shareholders profit. पहला ही स्टेटमेंट रॉन्ग है, ठीक है. सो CSR इज आपका सोसाइटल एंड आपका एनवायरमेंटल गेन और द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन टुवर्ड्स सोसाइटी एंड responsibility. Section 135 which generally govern that particular area. CSR is implemented to balance economic goal with social and environmental responsibilities. बिल्कुल सही. CSR improve brand image, customer loyalty and give companies a competitive edge. बिल्कुल सही. Triple bottom line refer to integrating profit. No. आपका प्रॉफिट पीपल एंड पॉलिसीज. नो, इट शुड बी आपका आपका ओके. ट्रिपल बॉटम लाइन इज इंटीग्रेटिंग प्रॉफिट पीपल एंड प्लेनेट. प्रॉफिट पीपल एंड प्लेनेट. इट शुड बी प्लेनेट आपका. प्लेनेट प्रॉफिट, हाँ इट शुड बी प्लेनेट. कंपनीज, yes, it is planet. Companies using CSR strategies often benefit from cost saving and improved decision making. So 235 means option A only, and I'll check the 3 P's is आपका planet. So profit, people and planet, that is a combination, right? So CSR include environmental and societal goal, and this is the one, right? Next one. Okay guys, I have done my job for the HRM subject. अब ये मैंने आपको पांचों मॉड्यूल्स हर एक यूनिट को आपका गो थ्रू करते हुए डिटेल में या उनके जो रिक्वायर्ड एरियाज हैं वो सारी चीज़ें यहाँ पे डिस्कस कर ली हैं. आप लोग, आई होप कि आप लोग इनको रेगुलर बेसिस पे देखे होंगे सारे सेशंस को. अगर नहीं देखें प्लीज़ आपका देखिए. और मॉड्यूल मॉक आई हैव ऑलरेडी अपलोडेड. सो सारे मॉड्यूल में लाइव हैं. PDF आपका ऑलरेडी अपलोडेड है. अब व्हाट एल्स यू वांट फ्रॉम माय साइड, प्लीज़ डू लेट मी नो. ठीक है, इसके अलावा आप लोग बताइएगा कि लाइक देखो, मेरे को लगता नहीं कि आप रिवीजन की ज़रूरत है. जितना डिटेल में हम इसको गए हैं, हर एक यूनिट को हमने काफ़ी अच्छे से उसके ऊपर डेडिकेटेड क्वेश्चंस और जो कोर कॉन्सेप्ट्स या अदर्स हैं उनको डिस्कस किया है. ठीक है, तो आज और कल में आप लोग चीज़ों को रिवाइज कीजिए, प्रैक्टिस कीजिए. अगर फिर भी कुछ स्पेसिफिक एरियाज़ में आपको प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं, प्लीज़ डू लेट मी नो. सो आई ट्राई माई बेस्ट टू हेल्प यू आउट विद दोज एरियाज़. और उसके ऊपर हम लोग आपका एक डेडिकेटेड सेशन करके उन एरियाज़ को आपका डिस्कस करेंगे. ठीक है, तो दिस इज़ इट फ्रॉम माई साइड. थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग दिस सेशन. थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग दिस सेशन. I'll see you soon guys, and I wish you all the very best for your examination. बढ़िया से आपको आपका मचाना है. 2 दिन का टाइम है, अच्छे से रिवाइज कीजिए चीज़ों को. मतलब विद दिस कंटेंट यू कैन स्कोर 70+. ठीक है, तो हर एक एस्पेक्ट को हमने टच किया है. अच्छे से रिवाइज करें, पढ़ें. और कोई भी अगर आपको हेल्प की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है, बेटर कि यू कैन कनेक्ट मी ऑन एप्लीकेशन पर अगर आप लिखते हैं तो डायरेक्टली मेरे पास आता है. टेलीग्राम में कई बार मिस हो जाता है. ठीक है, सो एप्लीकेशन पे you can directly reach me out and I'll try my best to help you out with this. All right, so this is it. Bye bye, take care all.